From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Good Tuesday morning. We will have some leftover showers out there for this Tuesday. Definitely drier in comparison to Monday. The winds, you might be hearing the wind shaking your house this morning. We'll have some winds again for Wednesday. And then the heat going to be on as we head into the weekend. High temperatures getting up into the 90s by this weekend. First Alert radar is showing you we do have some rainfall on the outskirts of our viewing area for this morning. But so far for the Tri-Cities, for Yakima, for Walla Walla, we are keeping it dry. It is muggy and mild out there. 61 for the Tri-Cities, 58 for Walla Walla, and 55 in Yakima. Wind gusts have now updated up around 35 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities, 50 mile per hour gust for White Pass. So yeah, maybe it would be a windbreaker kind of day as you're headed out the front door. Gust of around 35 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities through 6 p.m. After that, a little bit calmer. So for today, drier in comparison to Monday. We'll have the winds, high temperatures up into the 60s and 70s. But like I said, the heat's going to be on as we head into the weekend. We'll talk about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now, West Richland City Council weighs tighter fireworks regulations after resident concerns. This morning, the public input that could reshape celebration rules next year. Plus, a wanted shooting suspect disrupted Sunnyside High School's graduation ceremony, the chaos that unfolded when police moved in for an arrest. And warning signs are on the perimeter of Richland's infamous Pullen Street house. The fire cleanup efforts amid an ongoing investigation.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Great to have you with us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Police say they arrested a wanted shooting suspect during Sunnyside High School's graduation ceremony on Friday night. Officers responded around 7:30 that evening after reports of a suspicious person at the event. They say they identified the man as Jorge Ayala Garcia, who was wanted in connection with a May 29th shooting. Officers say they used a drone and other resources to find him, but as they moved in to make the arrest, Ayala Garcia ran through the crowd, knocking down several graduation attendees. Authorities say those people had minor injuries. Ayala Garcia was taken into custody and faces charges related to the shooting, along with additional assault charges from the incident at the graduation. He was booked into the Yakima County Jail. Kennewick police are asking for your help this morning to identify suspects linked to a series of burglaries at a local business. This on the 500 block of East Columbia Drive. Investigators say several break-ins have been reported over the past few months, with some of the same suspects allegedly involved in multiple incidents. So please take a good look at your screen here. Police say the suspect stole customer information from business documents as well as vehicles and tires. Officials are now asking anyone with any information to contact Kennewick Police. Right now, state troopers are investigating a crash involving a car and a semi-truck near Toppenish. This happened Monday morning. The Washington State Patrol says the driver of a car failed to stop at a stop sign near the I-82 and State Route 22 interchange and struck the semi. The driver was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. State Route 22 was closed for several hours during the investigation, but has since reopened. Troopers say the crash remains under investigation. One of the victims of the Longview tragedy is now identified as a man who grew up in Toppenish. Family members confirmed on social media Gilbert Bernal passed away in the explosion. Bernal's family and friends held a memorial service in Toppenish last weekend, taking him on one last ride in a horse-drawn carriage before burying him at Azilla Cemetery. In total, 11 people were killed in one of the deadliest industrial disasters in state history. Your time is 6:05, and switching gears now, thousands of runners, walkers, and community members took over downtown Yakima Saturday for the annual Yakima Mile. The event shut down a mile-long stretch of Yakima Avenue and featured multiple heats for every age and ability, from families and kids to elite competitors. Officers with the Yakima Police Department were among the many volunteers and participants. The Yakima Mile also continued its Miles Against Violence fundraising effort, which supports services for domestic violence survivors through YWCA Yakima. Anthony Camerari won the men's elite race, clocking in at 3 minutes 49.34 seconds. Sorry for that time mess up earlier in the 5 a.m. hour, but we got it now. This time set a new Washington record for the fastest mile run on state soil. Organizers say the event has grown into one of the premier road mile races in the Northwest. Cleanup work continued through the weekend in Richland at the site of the Pullen Street House fire. A fence is now up around the property with "Danger, Keep Out" signs the city of Richland placed on the outside. The fire at the house, known as the Richland Junk House, broke out last week. An exact cause has still not been released as the investigation continues. No word yet on how long the cleanup will take. The future of fireworks could be up in the air in West Richland, with the city discussing possible changes to its rules going forward. The city council is hosting public discussions on the city's fireworks laws, which some residents say they wish were stricter. City officials say no changes can be made this year because of how close we are to the 4th of July, but it is possible that new regulations could be coming in 2027.
So they've talked about reducing the number of days that you can discharge down to 3, restricting the days of sales to the same days that they can shoot them off. There was talk of limiting the number of vendors. That one's kind of a hard one.
The city of West Richland says its next fireworks meeting will be June 16th. Before you hit the road for your morning commute, heads up here. Drivers in Richland should expect temporary lane closures this morning along George Washington Way. Crews will be working from 8 a.m. through 2 p.m. as part of the South George Washington Way intersection improvement project. The northbound left turn lane onto Aaron Drive and a southbound center lane will be closed for curb and pavement marking work. Aaron Drive will remain open, but drivers will need to follow a detour via Comstock Street and Goethals Drive to access it. You're asked to plan for some extra time and use caution in the work zone. The city of Pasco plans on opening new roads before tonight's evening commute, but yesterday morning you do need a heads up here as well. Yesterday actually began a detour as Harris Road was closed between Broadmoor Boulevard through Road 108. The city says that will remain in place as they complete final touches on the Santa Fe Parkway extension and Road 108. Friends of Disabled Veterans is planning another fuel giveaway ahead of the 4th of July holiday. The group says veterans can receive 10 gallons of free gas while supplies last. This will be during the July 3rd event, which will be held in either Pasco or Kennewick. Organizers say the giveaway is made possible through support from McCurley dealerships and helps connect veterans with more services available through the organization.
We do that about 4 times a year, so. And we try to do it before a holiday, so before Veterans Day, before 4th of July, before Thanksgiving, that kind of thing.
Organization leaders say final details, including the location and event time, are expected to be announced closer to July 3rd. Still to come, the NBA Finals return to Madison Square Garden for the first time in 25 years. Why security concerns overshadowed the celebration. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth coming back with more on your weather forecast. We see a shaky camera out here as winds whip up in Kennewick this morning. Find out more about that, plus just how warm we'll get today compared to the next several days just ahead. Keep it here.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
At Prosser Digestive Health Center, find expert care close to home.
Services include colonoscopy screenings, care for swallowing problems and esophageal motility disorders, GERD, celiac disease, and nutrition-related GI conditions. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center, 509-786-5599, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. Digestive health close to home. This is how we care.
Get ready, Yakima! Sprint Boat Racing returns to State Fair Park on June 13th and 14th for a weekend full of heart-pounding excitement, presented by Pendleton Excavating and Paving. Don't miss these 1,500 horsepower jet boats race against the clock through a twisted water course at 80 miles per hour. Get your general admission or VIP experience tickets along with pit passes now at the State Fair Park box office or online at statefairpark.org.
Hey, why are dishes always getting water spots?
From Culligan.com, hard water. Mom!
Yeah. Hey, Culligan.
Heard you've got water problems. We got you covered.
Request your free in-home water test today.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Let's switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
Injured in a car crash? The insurance company can sure make you feel small. When you choose the heavy hitter, you get big help and big results. Injured in a car wreck?
Big thanks.
Get big help. Call me.
Call 853-2222.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We'll have summer-like heat as we head into the weekend, but definitely not for today. A very spring feel out there for today. It will be blustery throughout the day in the Yakima Valley. Highs are going to be in the mid-60s by lunchtime and then up into the upper 60s by the warmest part of the day. Pretty close to 70 degrees today in Yakima. So for today, lower elevation is going to be in the 60s and 70s. 72 for the Tri-Cities, 67 for Walla Walla, 69 for Yakima, 63 in Ellensburg. Those high temperatures over the next 7 days, you see there's going to be no real dramatic warm-up day today. I'd say the most dramatic warm-up is going to be Wednesday to Thursday of 7 degrees, but we'll step up our game, and then by the weekend, low to mid-90s in the Yakima Valley, very close to 95 by Monday, which will be about 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. Could have some daily high temperature records broken by then. Have to do a little bit more research on that. But then on the flip side of that, overnight lows for tonight, it's going to be on the chillier side in the Yakima Valley. A couple of 39s, well, in the Kittitas Valley as well, but a couple of 39s for Ellensburg and Yakima. 40 degrees for Sunnyside, mid-40s for the Basin and for the foothills. But with those afternoon highs going up, the overnight low is going to go up as well. And so by next Monday night, we'll have a hard time dropping below 60 degrees in the Yakima Valley, which is 12 degrees warmer than normal for the middle of June. Okay, showers wrapping up for today. After that, not only will the forecast trend warmer, but also drier. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. The New York Knicks had their first loss of the NBA Finals at home on Monday. Knicks fans had been hoping for a win to potentially set them up for a clean sweep in New York in Game 4 on Wednesday. Reed Binion has the latest.
Spurs fans in San Antonio erupting in applause after their team took Game 3 of the NBA Finals, beating the New York Knicks in the Big Apple 115-111. It was a tight game in New York Monday, surrounded on all sides by tight security before and after tip-off, due in large part to the attendance of the New Yorker-in-chief, President Donald Trump. Marine One landing along the East River ahead of the game, the presidential motorcade making its way to MSG ahead of tip-off. It was the Knicks' first home game of the NBA Finals, a momentous homecoming as the Finals returned to Madison Square Garden for the first time since 1999. But tightened security measures left some fans frustrated amid the excitement. A Monday watch party planned for outside the Garden got scrubbed following arrests at a viewing party Friday.
Yeah, it's definitely caused a lot of disruption.
I understand they taking heavy precautions because he's the president, but I feel like as us Knicks fans, we need to enjoy this moment.
At the start of the game, President Trump took his place at a box inside the arena, but when Trump appeared on the Jumbotron during the national anthem, loud boos could be heard throughout the Garden. The Knicks and Spurs face off in New York again Wednesday for Game 4 of the Finals. I'm Reed Binion reporting.
And of course, we will have Game 4 of the NBA Finals tomorrow right here on ABC with coverage starting at 5 o'clock. Your time is 6:16 as you get your Tuesday started. Here is a live look out to Kennewick. You can tell by this shaky camera, yes, we do have some winds as you head out there this morning, but will we also have any rain? Josh is talking about that when we come back.
For over 30 years, DuraShine Clean has been the Tri-Cities premier cleaning service. More than just sweeping and mopping, we're your partner for a clean and healthy environment. We protect your brand and improve your company's image. No business is too big or too small for DuraShine Clean. Our teams get the job done right for you. Need to sparkle? Call us today for a free quote and let us help your business shine. At DuraShine Clean, we keep it clean.
Around here, we see a lot of people head out. Some are heading somewhere familiar. Some are just beginning. And some are figuring it out as they go. Before any of that, we just make sure they're ready. Before you hit the road, get a pre-trip safety check at Les Schwab Tires. It's free. Our greatest story is yours.
If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing new ways to win with the $170,000 Summer of Fun and Games. June kicks off with Plinko Party and over $16,000 in cash and prizes every weekend. 3 grand prize winners will play for a chance to win $10,000 cash on June 27th. The fun continues all summer. Step right up to Play Lucky Pick 3 in July and Cash Cube in August. More fun, more ways to win at Wild Horse Resort and Casino.
Board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Sam Strebel provides the full spectrum of orthopedic care.
A lot of times when I talk to patients, they're in so much pain that they can't do their hobbies. We can use the machine to balance the knee before we make any bony resections, and then that will hopefully translate to a faster recovery and a better, more natural feeling knee.
To learn more about services including robotic joint replacement at Prosser Orthopedic Center, visit prosserhealth.org.
Good evening, everybody. To make great newscasts, you need great resources and an experienced team.
So it's a rain snow mix for now.
Chief meteorologist Josh Colbreth started his career in the Pacific Northwest 5 years ago, moving to Apple Valley News Now in 2024. His forecasts detail the microclimates in our area, which can vary greatly. He loves the challenge of weather science and bringing accurate forecasts home to you. First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. Only one station, Apple Valley News Now.
On your side.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have some leftover showers for today. It's definitely going to be drier in comparison to Monday as this low pressure center and the attached cold front traverse the area. So this will continue to bring us rain chances for today. This is also going to pick up the wind gust into the next couple days. We're about to put this into motion with Futurecast, but First Alert radar showing you some rainfall on the very periphery of our viewing area. But for the Tri-Cities, for Yakima, for Walla Walla, for Mabton, not seeing any rainfall this morning as of yet. We're going to put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. By 8 this morning, some of this now extending down into Benton, Franklin, and Walla Walla counties. Then by lunchtime, this is mainly the mode we're going to have for today. Very hit and miss. nature of showers, and I'm thinking it's going to be a little bit more mist and hit for lower elevations. And then by tomorrow morning, just really the last gaps of this whole thing. I'm thinking it should be wrapped up by 11 a.m. Okay, so let's break down the precip chances we're expecting for today for the Tri-Cities. Our best chances of rainfall going to be on the lower end of the scale, and going to be before 12 p.m. After that, looking pretty dry. Of course, you can see a graph just like that for Yakima, for Mabton, for Pendleton by downloading our Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app, free in the App Store or on Google Play. Okay, here's some of the rainfall totals we're expecting through 11 in the morning on Wednesday. Still expecting another 1 to 2 inches of rainfall for the Cascades, not nearly as much to the east of there, especially for lower elevations. And then no rainfall in the forecast for the Tri-Cities for Wednesday and beyond. That's going to coincide with temperatures going up. Vegetation is going to get very crispy by the time we get to this weekend. But for now, vegetation dryness is just at that level 2 out of 5, which is good because the wind's pretty rampant for today. I'm thinking with the vegetation dryness just being at level 2 out of 5, that should tamp down fire concerns for the most part. Can't rule out some vegetation fires, can't even rule out some isolated pockets of blowing dust for today. Then for tomorrow, the wind's a little bit calmer. I'm thinking the blowing dust potential is going to be smaller still. Vegetation dryness at that level 2 out of 5. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Leftover shower chances today, then dry and warming up Wednesday and beyond. In Yakima, windy Tuesday, leftover breezes Wednesday, then into the 90s by Sunday. For Ellensburg, 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts for today and tomorrow. It'll feel quite cool for early June. And then for Hermiston, windy today and tomorrow with low chances of blowing dust for Tuesday. And finally for Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances today. Maybe a leftover sprinkle tomorrow morning before 11 a.m. Then a big summer fill into the weekend.
Yeah, I love that. Into the weekend. We get our rain out of the way earlier on in the week, clearing the way for the weekend.
As it should be.
As it should be.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the way you dialed in that forecast this week.
Oh, yeah.
I give it an A+.
Of course.
Still to come, Steven Spielberg teams up with Emily Blunt for a new thriller about government secrets and alien encounters. Coming up, we have the director's latest take on extraterrestrial life in Disclosure Day.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through July 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when paired with an eligible Daikin ductless system at Bruce Heating and Air.
At Prosser Memorial Health, expert skincare starts close to home. Board-certified dermatologist Dr. Richard Lynn is now seeing patients of all ages at Prosser Specialty Clinic, providing comprehensive medical dermatology services. From skin cancer detection and treatment to acne, rashes, psoriasis, and mole or wart removal, you can trust experienced, personalized care. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Lynn by calling 509-786-5599 or visit prosserhealth.org.
It's new member month at ICCU, which means from now until June 30th, you'll get up to $250 when you open a new membership with checking. It's easy to join, like on video chat with your morning coffee. Now that's a perk. Or online in just a few clicks. And you can always stop by a branch and join there too. It pays to be new. Learn more at iccu.com/new member month. ICCU. Life's greener here.
Now at McDonald's, get more value on whatever you're getting next when you order from the under $3 menu.
Affordable? Yeah, we got that. Stylish? Got that covered too. Quality? You can bet on it. At Furniture Row, we stock furniture that's value priced, built to last, and looks fabulous. And during summer savings, every sofa and sectional, dining group, and bed is on sale. Check out the Summit Queen for only $9 a month. And just in time for Father's Day, buy one recliner at full price, get the second one half off. Plus, score 36 months no interest. Summer savings on now at Furniture Row.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
In entertainment news this morning, Steven Spielberg, no stranger to movies about extraterrestrials, as you know.
Yeah, his latest film about visitors from afar arrives in theaters this weekend, so David Daniel has a preview of Disclosure Day.
What did you steal?
Secrets. The data they paid me to protect.
Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor work to reveal what powerful forces want to keep hidden in Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day.
Like all sort of great Spielbergian protagonists, they're usually in situations where they're way over their heads and they're kind of white-knuckling it through.
Blunt worked with Spielberg on the alien language her character channels.
He almost wanted it to sound mathematical, like a message that she's trying to convey. What's happening to me?
People are starved for the truth. I always had a core belief that we are not alone in the universe. And then 2017, when the New York Times came out with that earth-shattering report about the Tic Tacs, that's when I started to think maybe there's another story to be told about what's happening today, right now.
This 79-year terror campaign of lies has to end.
It's kind of a beautiful belief for me, the idea that there's more out there than just us. And maybe the idea of a film like Disclosure Day really continues to raise a lot of questions.
I think it would be arrogant to think that we are alone in the universe. What do we know?
I know you.
I know you do. What happened to us?
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Are we alone, Josh? That is the question.
Is that a real question? You don't want to hear my answer on that. But that movie looks fantastic.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to see Domingo Coleman getting his flowers. Got a big role here. He was awesome in Euphoria.
Yeah.
What a cast.
I just love a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, he's still pumping them out after all this time.
Yeah, and they're still all winners, I feel like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I bet this one is too. Well, your time is 6:27, still ahead. A foundation invests in emergency response for Walla Walla, how the city's firefighters are expanding their rescue capabilities. Plus, Columbia Basin College continues increasing its campus footprint with new student housing. The Hawks Landing Hall reflecting student feedback amid growing enrollment.
Macy's gift line. Gift guide. That voice. I'd recognize it anywhere. Halle Bailey. How can I guide your gifting? I need to find some gifts for Father's Day. Let me guess, you have a lot of great men in your life. Princess treatment, if you will. Yeah. Super protective, but extremely loving? Well, yes. Helped shape your identity from a young age? That's actually spot on. Then I say this gift needs to go triple platinum. I like the way you think, gift guide. No matter the dad, we've got the gift. Father's Day starts at Macy's.
From Apple Valley News Now, this is Medically Speaking.
My name is Lauren Martin. I started to work out at Hanford in 1982, and for 20 years I worked with the fleet, repairing cranes, locomotives, cars, ambulances, fire trucks, everything. After 20 years, then I came down with a disease. There are some very, very expensive drugs, and my copay on that is $0. All I have to do is pick up the phone and it's there.
So we'll definitely evaluate their past employment. As a registered nurse myself, I'll look through their medical records and I'll look to see maybe what medical conditions they have, and we'll be very upfront with them, honest about whether they do have a claim that could warrant benefits or not, and just kind of let them know what those next steps are, the timeline of how long it could take for them to get approved.
Hi, I'm Rowdy with Total Energy Management. For 40 years, we've been keeping the Tri-Cities comfortable with top-notch heating and air conditioning services. We take pride in delivering exceptional service and unbeatable deals. Right now, you could save big with up to $3,200 in utility and cool cash rebates available this spring. At Total Energy Management, we will ensure your house is the perfect temperature year-round. Visit TEMINC.com or call 946-4500 to learn more.
3 weeks of store-wide savings continue at Bi-Mart. Pick up our latest savings book in store today. Find Fran's Donuts and Cookies sale priced at 2 for $5. All Nature-Made vitamins and supplements are 40% off the everyday Bi-Mart price. Mobile One Full Synthetic Extra Performance 5-quart oil is sale priced at $26.99. And find 2 pounds of Savory Prime Jerky for dogs, sale priced at $17.99. 3 weeks of store-wide savings continue only at employee-owned Bi-Mart.
Here in the quiet suburbs, wild Mustangs mark their territory, often near the mailbox. Sometimes in Gary's hydrangeas. And this month, the herd grows by one.
It's Northern Quest's $100,000 highway horsepower giveaway. Play daily with your Camus Rewards card to enter, earn 4 times entries every Tuesday, and get ready to assert your cul-de-sac dominance in a brand new Mustang. The highway horsepower giveaway, only at Northern Quest.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest, on your side.
Good morning and happy Tuesday to you. Thank you so much for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest. I'm Wendy Redman. Your time is 6:31. Let's get your day started off with Chief Meteorologist Josh Culbreth tracking some pretty windy weather out there, Josh. I mean, we keep hearing it out there here in Kennewick. And is this across the viewing area right now?
Yes, it is. There are a few dead zones, but you timed the toss perfectly with the wind gusts picking up. So I love the way you coordinated that right there. Okay, we have some leftover showers in the mix for today. The wind's already a factor for this morning. They're going to continue to be a factor into tomorrow. And then the heat going to be a factor as we head into the weekend. First Alert Radar is showing you that the bulk of the rainfall is on the periphery of our viewing area. It's been dry all morning for the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Yakima, and for Zillah. And so temperatures out there this morning, not only is it mild, but also there's a bit of a muggy feel out there. 61 for the Tri-Cities, 58 for Walla Walla, 55 for Yakima. Hey, speaking of the winds, like I said, a little bit of a dead zone in the valleys, but gusts 47 miles per hour right now at White Pass, pretty close to 35 miles per hour for the Tri-Cities. And these are going to be persistent throughout the day. Hey, speaking of the Yakima Valley, I'm thinking the peak here is going to be from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. with gusts of 35 miles per hour. So for today, highs getting into the 60s and 70s, drier in comparison to yesterday, but the heat is looming. I'll talk about that big warm up into the weekend coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. A crash about 7 miles east of Pendleton near LeGrand is causing delays right now on I-84. It happened shortly after 3:15 this morning. Take a look at your screen. Lanes are closed, which impacts all eastbound traffic on I-84 in that area. ODOT officials confirm there is an absorbent material on the road to soak up what is being called a diesel spill. Officials say these closures will continue this morning until the cleanup efforts are complete. So heads up in the roads out there this morning. Columbia Basin College is preparing to open a new on-campus housing building to meet growing student demand. Student Housing First started on campus in 2017 and has continued to grow in recent years. Officials say the new $25 million Hawks Landing Hall will house up to 156 students after years of wait lists for current housing. The college says the project was shaped by student feedback and is designed to expand on-campus living and community.
Amenities will include all utilities as well as private bedrooms for each student. If they're in a quad, they have their own bedroom space, and they'll just be sharing a kitchen as well as it's a furnished unit. They'll also have access to a laundry facility, which will be included in rent.
CBC officials say student athletes are expected to begin moving in July 31st, with general student move-in scheduled for September 19th. Hey, check this out. A fawn got a helping hand from the Benton County Sheriff's Office. Look at that little one there. He actually became stranded along Highway 240 near Columbia Park. Sheriff Mike Clark spotted the fawn on the highway side of a fence while its mother and sibling waited safely on the other side. Deputy Ortega responded to help out, and with assistance from 2 Good Samaritans, the group used a blanket to safely capture the fawn and lift it over the fence. The rescue ended with a happy family reunion. The City of Walla Walla Fire Department received a more than $21,000 grant from the Wild Horse Foundation. It's to help fund a new technical response utility terrain vehicle. The department is moving forward with plans to purchase a specialized rescue UTV designed for emergency response and wildfire operations. The new tool will help crews reach patients in some of the area's toughest terrain.
Having a vehicle of a smaller stature, but has that four-wheel drive capabilities and something that we can effectively load all our equipment on and make access will definitely benefit the area that we serve.
The department also plans to deploy the vehicle during wildfire responses across Washington through the state's fire mobilization system. The UTV will allow firefighters to safely reach and transport patients in remote locations while providing care. The Wild Horse Foundation awarded more than $20 million in grants since 2001, supporting nonprofit, government, and tribal organizations throughout the region. On the sports beat now, the Dust Devils have been hitting the ball well lately and wrapped up one of their best homestands in team history on Sunday. Tri-City won 8 of their past 12 games, which is the most the team has ever won since they began full season play. The strong hitting from the offense this season has been a key for their success. The team boasts 3 of the top 4 home run hitters in the Northwest League. Still to come, a piece of naval history sits in the Tri-Cities, why it stands as a monument to American innovation. You won't want to miss that story just ahead. And just ahead, a look at your weather forecast. Check out this picturesque image here live from Yakima. Josh and I were saying it almost doesn't look real. It's so beautiful. Find out just how warm temperatures will be getting today and then how much we're going to dial them up in the coming days. Stick around.
Struggling with digestive issues? At Prosser Digestive Health Motility Center, board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Amber Sharon helps uncover real answers close to home. Advanced testing services include anorectal manometry and drug-free biofeedback for chronic constipation and bloating, Bravo pH testing for heartburn, and esophageal manometry to diagnose swallowing problems. Restore your quality of life. Talk to your primary care provider or gastroenterologist about a referral, or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Bathfitter does showers? That's right. We offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers in all shapes and sizes. We can even convert your bath into a shower. How about that? With our seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you'll get a beautiful new shower to fit your needs, guaranteed for life. Bathfitter's been around for 40 years, and we've been experts at showers for just as long. Get yours today. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father had had heart disease. My mother had had a stroke. It was devastating. Heart disease is America's #1 killer and the #1 killer of women. That's why I'm so passionate about working with the American Heart Association. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Behold, the DQ $7 meal deal with $2 Blizzard upgrade. Proof that saving big doesn't have to mean eating small. Full-sized foods, fully flavorful. It's fulfillment that tastes like fulfillment. Try it with the limited-time drumstick with peanuts Blizzard and really let your full flag fly. The $7 meal deal. DQ, happy tastes good.
What have we got?
The Andersons. All night tossing and turning, bad backs, sleep score at an all-time low.
Round up the team. At Denver Mattress, going undercover is literally how we solve problems.
And when we find sleepers waking up with aches and pains, we turn to the Tempur-Pedic Adapt, designed for ultimate pressure relief that uniquely adapts to your body's pressure points. And right now, get a $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic, or check out the Consumer Report's recommended Doctor's Choice plush. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
This time of year, dangerous storms pop up, bringing rain, wind, and lightning.
And many times, that lightning causes wildfires, some of which change lives forever.
This is just one reason to trust First Alert Weather from Apple Valley News Now.
With cutting-edge technology and the experience of our team, trust us to help keep your family safe this wildfire season.
On air, online, and mobile with our First Alert Weather app.
First Alert Weather.
Only one station.
Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. The heat is going to be on as we head into this weekend, but first, it's still going to feel like spring out there for this Monday, as we're going to be in the upper 60s by lunchtime, low 70s for the warmest part of the day. Our best chances for showers in the Tri-Cities is going to be before 12 p.m. After that, should be dry and getting a decent amount of sunshine as we head into the afternoon as well. Let's take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this Tuesday forecast. We start off up in the Cascades. Highs are going to be in the 40s and 50s. Rain and thunderstorms looking likely. For the Kittitas Valley, 50s and 60s, peak gust 40 miles per hour. Then for the Yakima Valley, highs around 70 degrees, peak gust of 35 miles per hour. For the Lower Columbia Basin, we'll have 60s, but mostly 70s, gust of 35 miles per hour. A low-end chance of a shower, but a better chance of rainfall, about a 50-50 chance for the foothills, or highs are going to be in the 60s and 70s. It'll be windy there. And then for the Blue Mountains, we're looking at highs in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, just kind of depending on your precise elevation, and these gusts around 25 miles per hour. Okay, high temperatures just going to gradually step up their game over the next 7 days. There's not really going to be any one day where there will be a dramatic warm up. I'd say Wednesday to Thursday, a warm up of 6 degrees, but 92 by Sunday, 95 by Monday. That's going to be about 15 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year, so we could have some daily high temperature records fall at that point. But before we get to that, we got to get through this leftover showers for today. That will time out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. A massive submarine sale stands in Richland as a reminder of American naval innovation. The USS Triton completed the world's first fully submerged trip around the globe in 1960. The nuclear-powered submarine spent more than 60 days underwater during the classified Operation Sandblast mission. The submarine was the largest in the world and the only U.S. Navy sub powered by 2 nuclear reactors.
There was a lot of new technology added to the submarine that was incorporated in subsequent ships.
The submarine was decommissioned in 1969, but its sail remains in Richland. Just a little piece of local history there for you this morning. Still ahead, we have everything you need to know in your morning sprint. You won't want to miss that, or your First Alert forecast with Josh. That's coming up as well. As we take a live look out to Pasco this morning, we check out those clouds overhead. Will they be bringing us any showers today? Find out on the other side of the break.
Poor maintenance, old tires, bad brakes, that could be why the big truck hit you. At my law firm, we have a team that knows big truck wrecks. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Call the heavy hitter. When I call the insurance companies, they listen. Hit by a big truck, I know how to beat their insurance companies. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Vance has been keeping homes comfortable since 1986. We've got you covered for heating, cooling, and electric. We do it all. Maintenance, repair, and installation. Just give us a call. We'll be right there. Our professional technicians fix it right and fix it fast. We guarantee you'll be happy with our equipment and service. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow, and Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
All right, so guys, just smile and say, switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes and get an iPhone 17 on them.
Switch to T-Mobile in just 15 minutes.
What they're trying to say is you can switch to T-Mobile and get iPhone 17 on us. No trade-in needed.
Why can't we just say cheese?
Okay, cheese.
Plus, T-Mobile customers had the lowest wireless bills versus the other big guys over the past 5 years.
I'm switching and saving. I'm switching and saving.
This newscast sponsored by Multicare Yakima Memorial Hospital. Excellence you can trust. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We will have some leftover showers in the mix for today, but drier in comparison to yesterday. It's as this area of low pressure and this cold front are passing us. So the rain chance is going to wrap up for today, but the wind gusts picking up. It's already gusty for this morning. That's going to continue into tomorrow as well. First Alert radar showing you some rainfall mainly on the periphery of our viewing area. We'll put this into motion with Futurecast satellite and radar. By 8 this morning, looks like better chances down in the Tri-Cities, and then by lunchtime, I'm thinking this is mainly going to be the mode that we're going to have for today. Hit and miss showers. I think more miss than hit for lower elevations. And then as we head into the evening in a Wednesday morning, kind of mostly just dealing with some leftover stuff for the mountains. And even that should be off the map by the time we get to lunchtime for tomorrow. And then a lot of sunshine for lower elevations as we head into tomorrow afternoon. Even today, we'll see a decent amount of sunshine for lower elevations. Okay, precip chances for this Tuesday for the Tri-Cities. Low in chances of rainfall before lunchtime. After that, should be dry. Of course, you can see hour-by-hour rain chances just like that for Yakima, for Pendleton, for Walla Walla, for Ellensburg, for Hermiston. All that by downloading our Apple Valley News Now First Alert weather app free in the App Store or on Google Play. So here are some of the rainfall totals we're anticipating through lunchtime tomorrow. See another inch or two of rainfall for the Cascades, not nearly as much to the east of there, especially not for lower elevations, but this will be very beneficial stuff for our mountain ranges. And we're going to need every last drop of that because the forecast is going to go entirely dry for Wednesday and beyond. Okay, speaking of Wednesday, we're going to have winds for today and for Wednesday. So for today, already hearing the gusts shaking the building at our studio here in Kennewick, but peak gusts for today between 35 to 40 miles per hour. Vegetation dryness just going to be that level 2 out of 5, but I would not be too surprised if we saw some isolated pockets of blowing dust. Can't rule that out. Then for tomorrow, I think that chance is going to go down as the wind gust's going to go down a little bit. Vegetation dryness still at that level 2 out of 5, so not too concerned about the fire potential, but that potential is definitely not going to be zero. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Leftover shower chances today, then dry and warming up Wednesday and beyond. For Yakima, windy Tuesday, leftover breezes Wednesday, then into the 90s by Sunday. For Ellensburg, 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts for today and tomorrow. It'll feel quite cool for early June. And then for Hermiston, windy today and tomorrow with low chances of blowing dust for Tuesday. And then for Walla Walla, 50-50 rain chances today. Maybe a leftover sprinkle tomorrow morning before 11 a.m. Then a big summer fill into the weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look,
for 37 years.
Good shot. Don't hit me in the head.
Inside the NBA has been the destination for all things basketball.
Come on in, Chuck. Good to see you. Chuck, how are you? Very good, boys.
And to celebrate the NBA Finals frenzy, we're taking GMA viewers to their Georgia set.
What has kept the show going so strong, so beloved through all the iterations?
Well, I'm going to answer first as I'm the youngest here, but this is the greatest show, in my opinion, because of this gentleman right here.
Somebody told me once, I'm the dad driving cross country with these three guys in the back seat, and I'm turning around saying, one more peep out of you, and I'm turning this thing around.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more with Inside the NBA crew. Plus, we're live at Madison Square Garden. With your GMA First Look, I'm Hannah Battah, ABC News, New York.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent. Help heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
Now, the morning sprint.
New concerns are emerging from inside the Environmental Protection Agency. They say scientists are facing pressure to downplay health and environmental risks linked to chemicals used in everyday products like cosmetics, deodorant, and household cleaners. Sources say supervisors have pushed staff to use alternative exposure scenarios that could make chemicals appear safer and reduce the likelihood of regulation. The former crypto billionaire who was sentenced for financial fraud 2 years ago is asking for a pardon. Sam Bankman-Fried officially applied for a pardon from President Trump. The Justice Department says such a pardon would not erase his conviction, but would give him back certain freedoms after he has served his prison sentence. The flesh-eating screwworm is back in United States cattle after decades, with the USDA confirming at least 3 infected cows in Texas. Beef prices already at record levels, as you know, $9.64 a pound in April. That's up 13%, driven by the smallest cattle herd in 75 years. Experts say it is too soon right now to expect a new price spike, but the parasite could keep costs elevated and a major outbreak could be on the way. Measles cases are already on track this year to be the worst since the disease was eliminated in the United States nearly 30 years ago. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says more than 2,000 measles cases have been reported nationwide so far this year. Washington confirmed 44 cases across 8 counties in 2026. State health officials say 3 people have been hospitalized. Now to the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. Police say they arrested a wanted shooting suspect during Sunnyside High School's graduation ceremony Friday night. Officers responded around 7:30 that evening after reports of a suspicious person at the event. They say they identified the man as Jorge Ayala Garcia, who was wanted in connection with a May 29th shooting. During the attempted arrest, Ayala Garcia reportedly ran through the crowd, leaving several graduation attendees with minor injuries. He faces charges related to the shooting and additional assault charges. Cleanup work continued through the weekend in Richland at the site of the Pullen Street House fire. A fence is now up around the property with danger, keep out signs the city of Richland placed on the outside there. The fire at the house known as the Richland Junk House broke out last week. An exact cause has still not been released as the investigation continues. More federal funding is expected to support work at the Hanford site and Pacific Northwest National Laboratory, despite early concerns over potential budget cuts. The Tri-City Development Council says, while initial federal budget proposals for fiscal year 2027 have raised some questions, Congress has historically restored and even increased funding for both Hanford cleanup and PNNL. One of the victims of the Longview tragedy has been identified as a man who grew up in Toppenish. Family members confirmed on social media Gilbert Bernal passed away in the explosion. Bernal's family and friends held a memorial service in Toppenish last weekend before burying him at Azilla Cemetery. Washington state agencies are being told to prepare for what could be one of the toughest budget cycles in years. Officials say the guidance comes amid expectations of significant budget shortfalls and limited revenue growth, with a focus on prioritizing core services and existing programs. All right, Josh, windy weather out there this morning.
Yeah, our studio's been shaking a little bit this morning at times.
I was like, Josh, is that the wind?
Yes, and it was the wind.
Yeah,
at one point,
had to confirm with the expert over here.
Well, at one point they were also taking our trash away, so that crash was.
That was not the wind.
But
we also confirmed that.
Were the wind, yeah. Okay, before we take a look at wind gusts, I wanted to show you first alert radar. We are seeing some rainfall around the periphery of our viewing area, but the Tri-Cities, Yakima, Walla Walla, Hermiston have all been dry for this morning. It is mild and muggy out there. We're seeing 50s and 60s for lower elevations. We are at 61 right now for the Tri-Cities. Look at those wind gusts up around 45 miles per hour already for the Tri-Cities. If this keeps up, I think the blowing dust potential is going to be a little bit higher than we were initially anticipating. So for today, here's your day planner forecast for the Tri-Cities. Gonna be in the 70s for the warmest part of the day. Winds all throughout the day. Low in chances of rainfall before lunchtime. So lower elevations in general for this Tuesday, going to end up in the 60s and 70s. The winds, I think, will be the primary facet of today's forecast. More winds for Wednesday, and then the heat is going to be on as we head into the weekend. Highs up into the 90s.
All right, just in time for the weekend, folks. So we got to get through the rain and the windy weather first.
And then warmer and drier. Yeah.
All right, sounds good, Josh. Well, that'll do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us for Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, Good Morning America is up next, and tonight we'll have a special edition of our newscast at 4:30 with Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Finals. All right, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care.